Okay, welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review, episode number 67. This one reviewing the 91st episode of the series, Clash, Class A versus Class B, and the new chapter of the manga, chapter 310, Master and Pupil. Yep, that is seriously the name of the new chapter. Yeah, okay, so this episode has from chapters 194 and 195. Good job. So pick up not only after events of last week's episode where, you have Deku waking up from his, visionscape, also wrecking his room, and of course still have that change where his window is wrecked this time, unlike in the manga. His door is perfectly fine. And it's just that the guy who twinkles, I twinkle, like, you want some cheese? Like, yeah. Of course, he goes out running, and then, of course, then he talks All Might, which this they have in the manga too. Then, pretty much like right after that, after he talks All Might, we talk about the Visionscape thing, and then, of course, they bring up about All Might's master. This is actually a slight change from the manga, where it's a one-word change, because in the manga, Deku says she's very pretty. In the anime, she says she's very beautiful. He's like, yeah. And he adds a little more hijinks when it comes to All Might and Eraserhead. They're just basically casual walking the hallway, and then here comes Eraserhead. You chummy as ever. And basically, All Might gets basically embarrassed because he thinks he thinks he's not doing anything appropriate, just in Chaparral. And then Shizu in the manga is basically like, boom, here's Shizu like right afterwards. In the anime, they actually waited before they show him off here, where he's joining class. Well, he's basically moved from the general studies to the hero course. What class, they don't really say. It's possible he's going to class A. And then we see a debut of the brand new attires. With the exception of Jenny, who pretty much look like he's wearing the same outfit always. Everybody else gets brand new looks because it's the winter time. Yes, it is in fact the winter time. Everybody's got brand new looks. Deku's got a bit update for him. He's got new gear. And of course, Ochako's getting flashbacks of Hisumi. Like when Hisumi got on top of him when one of her things exploded, her laying right on top of Deku. Deku looking up and seeing her cleavage. And of course, Ochako is embarrassed by that. And she's like hitting her helmet, and I think its tape arm is like, what are you doing? Yep. That was so hilarious. And then, of course, here comes Razorhead, Veneer, and the rest of Class 1B. Yes, and the Phantom Thief. He acts like very arrogant, like it does in the manga. The guy who's so smart, and of course, popularity pro. And like usual, the vice president of the class really wasn't going to punch him. But looking up, Razorhead basically stops, get a chance to do it. And then, of course, up Shuzo, and of course, the cast lots. Of course, Deku's group pretty much is the last team anyways. The first team we see here from Class 1A is Diki. I believe it's Diki, Shuzu, Froppy, who is crawling on the walls like she's Spider-Man like she does in the manga. And she also can do camouflage now. I'm trying to think who else was here. It was, for Class 1A, I think it was Red Riot. It was Red Riot, Diki, Froppy. Red Riot, Diki, Froppy. I don't remember who that one was. They mentioned about, Shizu, the woman with the green hair, where she basically defeated Diki in the last battle. And of course the Beast. Oh yeah, the Beast from Class 1B who's here. He basically decides to do a direct assault on them. Yep. And then he proceeds to, throw Froppy and Diki into the wall. Froppy, of course, looks a bit injured. I was sad to see. Man, my favorite female character is getting thrown around. Damn. And then, of course, Shizu basically calms him down by using his primal quartz, this little device he uses to amplify his voice, which is interesting. And that's where the episode ends. Great episode. Definitely looking forward to next week. Of course, this is the start of the Joint Hero Training arc, which this arc runs, I think, like chapter 217. Alright. Now jumping to well over 200 chapters after that one. Actually, over 100 chapters. Chapter 310, Mastering Pupil. Love this cover image of a regular comic book cover, which great the fact that the artist basically did it. Chapter starts out in a city where it's like raining. And of course, well, one of the people who are there gets, well, wet. Shows off the fact that she has like a not normal look for her. And look like she's about to be attacked by a bunch of like, I don't know, people who don't like her for her so much. And of course, Deku steps in. Tells her to calm down. Like for him, he has no problem the way she looks. And he's like, this is not how they treat you. This is a woman who does not threaten anybody. Take it to a hero school. Shout out to a hero school. So, it ran so fast. He's like, I make it so, get back to normal. And of course, here's All Might in his fancy car. I don't know if this is the same car he had in the movie, where in that flashback he had this All Might mobile, which I thought was kind of hilarious. The fact he had a car. Here he is, has a car takes to a hero shelter, and of course, Deku was given his lunch by All Might. And basically talking about that it's going dark times because it's raining now. It looks like, yeah, it looks like he's in Tokyo. Because I think he's on Tokyo Tower. And of course they're looking for Todoroki. And then we get like a meeting of the previous host. Just chatting for a bit. Just preparing for the Almighty, for the confrontation with All for One. And we see first supposed to be attacked by somebody. Reach out. And of course Deku is basically here just eating his lunch. Yep. This is a interesting chapter. We have a slow down pace of a chapter. After basically having several, let's just say, fast paced stuff for our last chapter. This chapter felt as though we're just basically just passing along, just him saving a woman from being accosted just because of her appearance. It's not because she's an attractive woman. No, it's because the way she doesn't look normal per se. So he pretty much has her taken away from them, and of course, well, then All Might takes her away, and he of course just talks with his previous 7 hosts, and that's pretty much it for the chapter. It's a good character piece when it comes to Deku, because this one didn't feel like it advanced the plot of this arc very well. It just basically just moved a baby step with this one. Just basically a quick little side thing, and that's it. But we're not getting a new chapter next week. Nope. Yeah, for some reason, the chapter is going on break for a couple weeks, not returning until the second week of May. Yeah, we're on break for 2 weeks for this one. Yep. I give the chapter roughly 9 out of 10. It's got great artwork. I like the fact we're progressing a little bit here, but not very much. Okay, so that's it for Cycle Review. Stay tuned for my reviews for a while. I still am planning on doing Black Clover today, reviewing this chapter manga, along with One Piece and Boruto, and that'll be pretty much it for today. Okay, thanks for the video. Bye.